Hello and welcome to the KrypleKraft Precious Stones tutorial. We have 6 precious stones on the server right now set up, and what are precious stones? They're stones that have some sort of feature to them. Like they can protect areas, they can block the spawning and entry of mobs, they can do all kinds of stuff. So we're going to go ahead and look at a couple different options. The bread and butter, the staples of our server are gold and diamond blocks. So a gold block, you'll see a small protection placed. And then if I were to hit it with a stone tool, you'll see that it is a small protection, 9 by 9 by 33. So that's 33 tall and 9 out from, and 4 out from each side to be 9 total. So for instance, that's protected, that's protected, that's protected. So 4 blocks out, 4 blocks out, you get it 4 blocks out. So if I were to take a tool and go right click here, this is protected, that is no longer protected. Don't see it. Excellent. So that is your basic gold block. What that means is that people can't do things inside of it. People can't change it unless you allow them on it. So for instance, right now allowed on mine is OPC, which is my clan. It's automatically allowed on your blocks when you place them if you're in a clan. So if I were to have a chest, and I were to place the chest down, and then on top of that chest, this is not a chest, I guess I should get a chest so I can explain this. If I were to place that chest down here, and then on top of that chest, because no one can edit blocks, no one will be able to open this chest because you can't open a chest if there's a block on top of it. So even I can't open a chest, but it's a way of locking chests, because if I have access to this area, then I can go ahead and open that chest. All right. Okay, so that's the basics of that. So that's the first protection block. I'm going to go ahead and destroy this diamond pickaxe. I don't know why. Destroy that one, and again, whenever you pick it up, it picks it up. So small protection destroyed. You'll see in blue text. Now I can go ahead and lay down the next type of block. Move that chest out of there. The next one is a larger diamond block. So this diamond block, large protection placed. So if I were to do PS, I think it's visualize. If I were to do PS visualize, you'll see that that area where the glass grid is the area that's protected. So that's a gigantic area, and it's symmetrical, so it's up and down. So underneath us is a huge area that it's protecting as well. So if you look over here, right here it's protected, right here it's not. So anything inside the glass area is protected. So a diamond block protects a gigantic amount of area. Okay, so that's important to know. All right, fantastic. And again, if you're questioning on the dimensions, you can always right click with a tool on it, and it'll tell you, this is 21 by 21 by 21 by 37. So that means from each side, it's 10 blocks out. So between the edge of this and that, it's 10 blocks out. And then on top of it, I believe it's 18 up and 18 down, plus the block, which would be 37. Right? 37. Fantastic. So the next block, let's go ahead and look at that one. Now these blocks are not sold in town. The next two are sold in town. So gold and diamond, basically you got to find them on your own. Diamond ore, if you place a diamond ore block down, it says snitch block placed. So what this means is that no intruders have been around here. This will track people who are within the range of it. Its range is 13 by 13 by 13. So that's 6 from each side. So probably out to this plant, I think. So anyone that comes within this area will get logged, and you'll know that they were there in your base, snooping around your stuff, going through your crops, whatever. When they're like, no, I wasn't, you can be like, yeah, you were. You're on my snitch block, bitch. So let's go ahead and look at the next one. This one is one of my favorites. It is a death block. It is a fantastic block to behold. So what happens is, over time, very slowly, not very slowly, but each tick of the second, it takes a heart or damage, I believe, off of you. Now, if you're allowed on the block, it's not going to hurt you. But if you're not allowed on the block, then it does. So someone in this area, and again, this range is 13 by 13 by 13, so it's 6 out from all sides. Anyone that enters this area will slowly get hurt. They can bypass it by sneaking, but at the same time, when you're sneaking, there's not too much you can do. It's harder to fight, can't open chests, things like that. So, yeah. This is another good block to have in your base, because you can hurt people that come inside. It's fantastic. Alright, let's move on to the next one. pick you back up. Fantastic. Okay, so this is a creature repeller. What this does, and this is a regular lapis block. If you were to take 9 lapis, I think it's 9 lapis, and put them together in a workbench, you can make a lapis block. And what this does is protect you from animals spawning and mobs spawning. So if you want to have an area underground where you've got this little workbench or set up, you can actually block mobs from spawning there. And it's pretty big. It's 20 out from all the sides. So it's 41 by 41 by 41, I believe. Yeah, 41 by 41 by 41. So that means it's 20 blocks out. So if you were to look at 20 blocks, that's about, ow, cactus. That's about 20 blocks. Right about there. So with the 20 blocks out, it is a large block to behold. Okay, the last one. A lot of questions about this one. Very interesting block. This is a morph protection block. What that means is that it protects an area that is a set amount of volume. So volume is number of blocks. So for instance, this one has no blocks right now. It's basic, very basic dimension, but I can set it up to be larger than it is. So if I wanted to go ahead, if you shift and right click on this, whoops, shift and left click on that is what I meant, and then you can go ahead and choose the size. So if you left click over here, and if I were to left click on a different location, it would extend it out that way. But the other thing I can do is you can right click in a specific direction, and it will go ahead and send it further that direction. So if I were to just keep right-clicking, you'll notice that it's extending it out that way. Now, you'll see that in the numbers there, I've got 19,904 blocks left. So what that means is I could keep going for a while. Like, I could go for a ways out here. So you could take this and morph this into a very long tunnel to protect your train tunnel that goes between your base and spawn. Now, the other cool thing is you can have it go up a ways as well, if you wanted to have it raise up. And then it's set up. So this is the protected area. Now, it says 19,616 blocks left. So if I wanted to expand it even further, like I could just keep going. You know what? It's a huge, huge protection area. Huge. Now, these are not for sale. You have to silk touch these out of the ground, and it's a lapis ore. So if you silk touch a lapis ore, you, my friend, are in luck because you have a gigantic protection area. The volume on this is 20,000 blocks. Now, to give you an idea, if you were to get the volume of a diamond block, which is the 10 by 10 by 37, I'm sorry, 21 by 21 by 37, that's roughly 1,600 blocks. This is 4,000 bigger than that, so it is a gigantic block. Now, we haven't gone anything into the ground at all. I haven't gone into the ground at all. I think it's like a block or two into the ground right now. Yeah, see, it's 2 blocks into the ground. So this is an amazing amount of protection. You can change it to whatever direction you want to. And the way that the drawing thing works is you just take a tool, you shift, and you right-click on it, and then it'll activate this drawing thing. So you'll see these glass cubes, and that will be the definition of where it is. When you're done setting it up, when I'm finished, so now I know that it's that obsidian block. The obsidian blocks show where the limits are. So that obsidian block all the way down to here, this entire area. So now that I'm done, I can go ahead and I believe it's left click on the block and it turns off the drawing. Excellent. So now what it does is it shows me the visualization again. So now I know that this block, I haven't used barely any of it, but this block is still fairly large. So if I were to look, see, it's only a couple blocks back behind here. So if I were to look here, this is protected, this is not protected. But this whole area out here is protected. And as always, you can take your shovel, you can take any tool, I think, any stone tool, and go ahead and right-click anywhere, and it'll tell you what's protected and not. So I'm now outside the protection of the area, but if I start to come back in, you'll start to see that morph protection area. So that's the morph protection area. So again, shift left-click if you want to define how big it is. Turns it into the drawing area, and when you do that, it resets it. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that if you're changing it, you want to make sure that you change it within the parameters to cover the stuff that you had covered before, so you don't lose any protection. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. If I only wanted to protect this one little block, then I could do that. I don't know why I would do that, but I'm protecting this small area right here. Like, that's it. That's all I'm protecting. Anyway, so those are the protection stones. No one else can pick them up. You're the only person that can put them down. For information about the stones, you can always do /PS. That'll give you information on the P stones and the commands you can use on them, as well as if you were to do rules 2, it gives a basic explanation of each of the blocks: diamond, gold, lapis ore, lapis block, redstone, and diamond ore. All right, those are the basics. If you have any questions, go ahead and hit any of the admins or mods, or just ask the question in game, or hit us up on the forums. KrypleKraft.com. Thanks for watching.